Journalists have been urged to focus their reportage on the high rate of sexual and gender-based violence against persons with disability. The national president of Deaf Women Aloud Initiative, Mrs. Helen Boyoku, met the call during a 2 day capacity building on media inclusion to report the menace in our society.
Thank you very much. First, my name is Helen Beyoku Alashe. I am the national president of Deaf Women Aloud Initiative, also the executive director of DWAN. Now, as you have seen, gender-based violence are everywhere in different forms of rape, and many deaf people do not get help in the necessary places because of some barriers. When a deaf woman wants to make a report to the police, there is no interpreter in any police station or any other places. And in a project that we launched for disability related issues, there are some problems with deaf people who have experienced gender-based violence, and the media are not always aware about this because they don't know the necessary things or the necessary people to interview. But this training gives the media the proper words to use during interviews, and for the deaf people who are sexually harassed and who have experienced.
Helen further advised the media to be selective in their choice of words so as not to sound derogatory to the persons with disability.
And we also use this training to educate the media on the type of headlines that they are supposed to use, and the way you report on other individuals are different from the deaf people. Because we have a name. My name is Ellen. People refer to me sometimes in the news as a deaf personnel or deaf person, but my story is always projected in the wrong way because of the stigma and discrimination, and it has made it hard for us to live freely in the society. So we want this to be changed among the media. We want to change the mentality so they can be able to understand the proper word and the proper use of words to call the deaf people. They have names. Deaf people have names. The blind people have names. The physically challenged people have names. So why would you call them deaf and dumb, or hard of hearing, or deaf and mute, or something? So from other different programs that we have done, the media people have always reported in different ways. So we want to also use this to change their mentality and their views, to remove their previous mentality and replace it with a new way on how to report our stories and bring it to the limelight in a way that the society can also see that we deaf people are one as normal human beings. Don't call us deaf and mute in the world, or deaf and dumb. What do the media people want to benefit from doing this? Nothing. So we are doing this through training for them to be able to find it important and useful for them to be able to relate the deaf issues. And also we're going to be having a manual, a book launch, which we are going to give to the media people on the right words they're going to give us for deaf rights. Please, deaf and dumb is wrong. Don't say physically challenged, just say person with disability.
Were goodwill messages from the representatives of Ministry of Women Affairs, NAPTIP, and National Commission of Persons with Disability.
And on behalf of the Ministry and on behalf of government, we stand to fight against all forms of violence of any kind to anyone. We believe everybody has a right, and their rights has to be protected. And everything that needs to be done to protect the rights of such people needs to be done.
We appreciate the support for this program also, and this training is for press people. It is a powerful tool for advocacy, and I'm sure that as you are here for 2 days training, you will learn more on how to report deaf issues.
We have many deaf victims in our agency. Many of them don't have access to it. We have many deaf victims in our agency. We don't know how to go about giving them justice. But this program is a welcome idea because we have a lot of deaf victims in our agency that need help to have justice, to help them fight for injustice in the society.
Chris Abo, a participant who is also a person with disability, called on the media to focus on the challenges of women with disability, especially the deaf women.
Because it's better to actually focus on the issues than focusing on the disability itself. So it's more better for you to focus more on those issues, those challenges that women, especially the deaf women, are having. That's what the media should be projecting, not focusing on those things that they cannot do, but those things that, especially what the society needs to begin to change, the attitude of the society towards deaf women and persons with disabilities in general. For example, if you're reporting issues, especially you want the deaf to be carried along, you have to also make sure that there are sign language interpreters in most of the work you're doing. Especially, for example, if you're the cameras, try as much as you can to always capture sign language interpreters. That's how you can carry along the deaf. Then you go to the hospitals, for example, try to drive home those issues that can help them to actually provide for deaf women. Because if you have sign language interpretation in the hospitals, in the schools, in government agencies, that will make life easy for deaf people, especially deaf women.
Participants were drawn from different media outfits across the FCT.
Thank you. Thank you, the media, because we know that you have been a great help to this program to achieve and change the wrong words that have been used in society to blindfold us. Thank you.
Rashida Yahaya reporting.